doing this short video to explain saying, well, viewer asked me how I got this to work on my push bike. Very simple. I got an old outdated fire extinguisher. I was going to send this off to be disposed of anyway. I got an old expired fire extinguisher. It was an old dry powder one I had. I turned it into an air cylinder. I took the gauge off and threaded that in there. A little thread in there. To this hose that goes to my bike pump. Then I put a compressor fitting on there. This ain't temporary until I get my proper air compressor, because the little 12-volt one I have doesn't have enough bar to fire this off. It will make it squeak, but it won't fire it off at full blast. This does. If I do about 30 pumps on this, it stores enough pressure in here to get a few blasts off this, a full blast. Another thing, the same viewer asked me, this if I'm going to remove the paint. This is actually the original paint what Metro put on. And I know that because it's been, I thought it was painted to the front of it, but I realised it's original paint Metro did, because it has a line that goes down here. It tells me that's the original paint because Metro's painted it and marked it. I may use paint strip on this and get it off and put it back to brass, because it is brass. You can see it's brass. I may put it back, I may not. Another thing to get it connecting up here, it's very simple. It has a screw thread here. So it's a regular air compressor fitting. So that makes it easier for it to connect up. Then I made this little adapter thing out of a few parts and getting Bunnings. Little valve thing. Air compressor on that end. Horn on that end. So this just goes... I don't know if I'll be able to do this one-handed, to be honest. Let me see if I can set that there. This. Like that on there. And that. And that goes in like that. And that's how I get it working. Then I pump this, it stores air in the tank, and then it holds air. Just cable tie that down. But this is how I'm doing it temporarily until I get myself a proper air compressor. Well, I saw one on eBay for $100. I'm gonna order it. When I get paid, I'll order it and get it shipped out. So this December is not a good idea to do, but it does work for a temporary way. And once I'm done, I will disconnect that and put my normal compressor fitting back on there, and then just put it back to a bike pump. But it is working temporarily until I get a proper air compressor. But there's the horn. I may strip the paint off, I may not, but I'm just going to leave it like it is. But it's my first train horn for my collection I have. Fully working as well. That's another thing in Metro. They like replacing things. Well, in perfect working order, these work. This one works. Probably replaced. There's a reason why they replaced it, but I'm not sure what the reason was. Maybe because they're too loud. Maybe that's the thing. I'm not too sure why. I'll have to find out why. I do have a few friends in the Metro, and I'll ask them and find out why. But that's a nice, brilliant horn.